I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't hanging with the broke. She's a gold digger. You better get a prenup. She's not interested in you. She just wants your money. Hey, are you a gold digger?
Yes.
You are?
No.
Where is this video going? All right, I gotta start over. Here we go. Gentlemen, today I want to talk a little bit about relationships and how it applies and how it connects to making money, being successful, and ultimately living a good life. Because it seems like I see a lot of things online talking about, oh, you need to stay single, right? Stay single, work on your hustle, work on your grind, do your thing, do this, do that, be successful, and then meet somebody. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you've got people saying, oh, if you're successful and somebody's interested in you, it's just because of the money. Okay, well, the truth is, in my opinion, I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman being attracted to a guy that is successful. It just kind of makes sense, right? Why would you not want to be with somebody that was successful financially? It means that this person has some personality traits that are very desirable, very attractive, right? They have avoided making really bad decisions. They have avoided living at home. They have made some right decisions and have been willing and proven that they're able to work hard, put some things together, and finally figure it financially out. This is very attractive. The personality traits that it takes for somebody to be successful is something that is incredibly desirable. This is also one of the reasons why a lot of younger women are attracted to older men. And once again, I'm not talking about like super creepy levels, but it makes sense. Success is sexy, right? It means that you have done the work. It means that you have figured it out. It means that you are and have the resources in order to do things, right? Live a good life, live in a nice place, buy nice things, go on nice vacations, be financially stable. Why wouldn't you want that? And so if you're a woman and you have the choice between some dude who's got six-pack abs and a big wiener that's 25 years old, living on his parents' couch, or a guy that's a little bit older, that's more successful, but maybe not as great looking or doesn't have those six-pack abs, what are you gonna choose, right? For the one night stand, you might go with the young dude that's got the big wiener and abs, of course, right? But if you're thinking long term, if you're thinking, hey, I want to settle down, have a family, and not have to worry every single day, every single week about how I'm going to pay my bills or buy groceries, right? Success, it's what you're going to gravitate towards, all right? I feel like that's a lot less superficial than a dude that just wants some young girl that's super hot with big boobs, right? Who doesn't have much going on upstairs. I personally think that that is more superficial than a woman who is going after or attracted to a man that is successful, right? And that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Down below, I want to know. What would you do, right? If you're a woman and you have the choice between six-pack abs, big wiener, or successful professional dude that's not as good looking, what are you going to choose? And it plays out time and time again, right? You look at society, you see all these dudes that aren't exactly amazing looking, but they've got these hot women on their arm, or they're really out kicking their coverage. A lot of times it's because that person is indeed successful. Success is like literal big boobs and a banging booty to a woman, right? Meaning if you're a successful dude, you're going to get all the attention from the women. And if you're a woman that's got big boobs and a nice booty and an attractive face, you're going to get all the guys simping and trying to buy you stuff. Same thing, but kind of different. One is a depreciating asset. One is something that you can actually grow. What am I talking about? That's a great question. I'm even trying to figure that out. I wanted to talk today about being single versus being in a relationship in terms of success. Because for me personally, I feel like there's a lot of noise and nonsense about you need to be single. Being single is the way you're going to be successful, and then you meet somebody. For me, it didn't work out that way. And when I think about my life and what I was doing when I was single versus what I was able to focus on once I actually had a partner and a relationship, it was wildly different. For me, one of the only reasons I feel I am successful is because I met somebody and I was able to focus on doing the things and putting the things together that I needed to in order to truly move the needle for myself professionally. When I was single, I was a disaster. The majority of my brain power, if I'm being honest with you, because I am, that's my thing with you, it was about trying to get puss, right? Trying to go out there and meet people. I was online dating. It was intoxicating. I was spending so much time and energy doing that. I was also spending a lot of money that I really didn't have and that I shouldn't be spending trying to impress people that really, truly weren't worth impressing. And that's what I was doing. And it was all consuming. It was dangerous because I wasn't being as responsible as I should be. And emotionally, it was lonely and it was a bit hollow, my life at that point. It's not that I didn't want to be successful back then. I did. I wanted to be successful. I was trying to, have my fitness center and do all that thing, but I was still spending so much time and energy and brain bandwidth focusing on getting girls, chasing girls, going on dates, internet dating, and, that whole thing. But then, when I met my wife, everything kind of changed. When I got into a good, solid relationship with somebody that I saw as also a hard worker and also my equal, and that's something else that I just want to stress. If you are choosing to be with somebody, you need to make sure that they align with you, not only physiologically, emotionally, spiritually, but also just work ethic-wise. Because if you are somebody that is a hard worker and you're with somebody that is lazy or doesn't understand the value of a dollar or isn't willing to do the work with you, it's going to be a very, very difficult and challenging relationship. You're also not going to feel appreciated the way that you deserve to feel appreciated. All right? And I know because I dated somebody that was lazy, honestly, and they had a lot of credit card debt. They really weren't motivated. And so I was like, yo, this isn't going to get it, right? You're hot and I'll hang out for a second, but long term, I don't want to be with you because you're not somebody that I can rely on and count on when things get tough. Little true story about my wife. When I was going through my bankruptcy, I was working, I've told the story a million times, at that golf course driving a beer cart. Well, she had a 9-to-5 job, very good job, making $100,000 a year. And this was years ago, and this is a lot of money back 20 years ago. And so on weekends, though, I was still, operating this fitness center. It wasn't working, but I needed to put food on the table and give her some money. We were living together at the time. And so I got this job at the golf course driving a beer cart. Well, she decided to actually join me. And she got a job at the same country club driving a beer cart the same days I would. And the reason was because she just wanted to be around me and with me. Think about that. Like, if that isn't like a ride or die or somebody that's willing to do the hard yards with you, I don't know what is. She didn't do it for as long as I did. She's like, this kind of sucks. I'm like, this does kind of suck. She's like, I'm like, don't worry, I'm cool, right? And so she did it for a few months. I did it for a few months after that, but she was willing to do it. And when she got laid off from her job, because she had a job that worked for, or I should say, was working for Home Depot back when the economy tanked in 2008 or 9, she lost her job from $100,000 to like nothing. And she went right out. She got her first job after that, making $30,000 a year, from 100 to 30. From $100,000 to $30,000. At the time, she was driving a really nice like Acura. Once again, this is back in like 2008 or 9, and she traded it in. She's like, I can't do this, it's too expensive, and she got this little like Toyota Scion to cut her payment, and then she started working. And then she started getting her skill set upgraded. She started getting different jobs, better jobs, and upgrading, right? And then over the course of the next like 12 to 15 years, she went from $30,000 back up to over $100,000. And it was something that I've been able to watch from kind of the sidelines, just to basically not only gain inspiration, but just see that I've got somebody with me in my corner that is willing to do whatever they need to do in order to make shit happen. And, one of the things that I respect so much about, my wife is her willingness to work super hard. She's also really good with money. And so the combination has just been really just incredible for me. And so for me, being able to be with somebody that is a hard worker, that's also really good with money, that's willing to roll up their sleeves and get their hands dirty, it's been not only inspirational, but it's been something that has allowed me the freedom to do what I needed to do and not have to think about chasing puss, going out, getting girls, going on dates, going out to dinner. Oh my gosh, who hit me back? Who am I trying to sleep with today? When I took that off the table, it basically freed me and opened me up to working harder, working smarter, and really focusing my attention and energy, knowing that I had my spicy piece at home. And she was going to be there for me, not only to support me, but just be, once again, that rock. And so when I hear people talk about, you should stay single and all this, like, I get it. But for me, it would have never worked. When I met the person that I was supposed to be with and we formed a partnership, we were a team. And because of this, I was able to grow faster, further, faster than I would have been if I had been single and alone. Anyway, I just wanted to do this video and talk a little bit about relationships and how, for me, it correlates to success. The two are very closely tied and correlated, because without this, I don't feel like this would have ever happened or happened to the degree at which it did, because I would have been wasting so much time and energy trying to go out and date and do all that stuff and look at the apps and all that. When I took that off the table, it allowed me to focus. It allowed me to know, hey, I got this at home. I'm good. I can focus my energy, my attention on becoming better, more successful. But what about you? Down below, I would love to know. Are you in a relationship? Do you feel a relationship is helpful or it actually hurts in the grinding or the hustle or the becoming the man that you were destined to be? I would love to know. Down below, guys, let me know. I also want to let you know that my wife is a lot of things. She's a little crazy, definitely sassy, incredibly beautiful, but she's definitely not a gold digger. Guys, thanks for watching. If you dug this video, drop it. One of these.